Whenever you're doing a job like this, I recommend putting an empty box right under where you're gonna be working, right under the rotor. All right, so tools you're gonna need for this job is gonna be, if you don't have drill or air tools, you're gonna do it by hand. So you're gonna need two ratchet right there, 3/8.5 inch. You're gonna need a flathead screwdriver, little extension, 15, 13, 17, 19, and 21. You're gonna need a little plier, a pry bar, WD-40, and a hammer. If one of your caliper is locked up, then you're gonna need a locking plier, and you're gonna need an 18. All right, let's get on it. And of course, some grease if you want to make everything nice and smooth. And of course, you're gonna need a jack and a jack stand. So this pry bar is just gonna be to remove this cover for the wheel. That's all you're gonna need this for. You can also use a flathead if you want.
Welcome to my channel. DIY mechanic.
All right, what do we got here? We got a 2007 Chevy Colorado, 4-cylinder 2.9, and this one is rear-wheel drive. We're doing the front passenger hot bearing. This is the part number for it. They do have another brand, so they got two brands, the DriveWorks and the Moogs. So this is the one we got for this one. So here's the part. So this thing, this is what you're gonna do first. You're gonna remove, of course, your wheel. Then you're gonna remove your caliper, which is gonna be whole by 221. Then you're gonna remove 415 that's holding the hot bearing to the car, and the hot bearing is attached to the rotor. So we're gonna remove the rotor. Once we remove everything out here, we're gonna remove the rotor, which are all this right here. So for now, we take out all the bolts on these. So remember, it's 415 right in the back here. So this is the last one was taken out. So you got two on the top and two on the bottom. You gotta turn the wheel. You gotta turn it to the left to take off the caliper, and take out two of the bolts on the other side, or at least the bottom one you take it out completely, the top one you get it loose. Then you're gonna turn it to the right. Then you're gonna finish taking this one off, the top one, and taking the bottom one off. For the bottom, you are gonna need this little extension, this little tiny extension. I think it can be straight. It doesn't have to be the wobbly one, but if you have one of these, it'd be actually better, because you don't have a lot of room because of the lower ball joint here. It will not let you put the wrench. It will not fit because of this lower ball joint. So you gotta have a little extension. So now, also the cable up here is whole by a 13. Same thing with the caliper. The caliper is whole by 213. So you're gonna have 213s. So first you're gonna remove 213s, then you're gonna remove 221s to remove the caliper bracket, which is that over there. To remove the actual caliper, which is back here, those are the 313s that you're gonna take out. After that, then you remove 415. Then you're gonna unplug your cable. This cable is gonna have a bracket. It's gonna be from the inside out here. So you're gonna press right here with a plier, which is right here. So you're gonna press the little tab, press and push in. Then you're gonna have another tab over here. You're gonna press it and pull it. Press here and pull it. Another one here. Then you're gonna have another 13. You're gonna have another 13 nut over here. 2. So it's gonna be back here like this. You're gonna take that off. Take that nut off. 13. So now we got the cable loose. We got everything loose. So now we should get a hammer. We should be able to get a plastic mallet and tap it out. You gotta hold it with one hand and tap it with the other one. So let me get this set up over here. Let me show you where I'm sticking that. So this is how we look. You see that little gap? Hold on a second. Alright. So that's where I'm gonna stick the screwdriver and hit it with a hammer. Also, we're gonna stick it up here, right there, and then I'm gonna hit it with a hammer, and that should open it up. Let's get back over here. All right. Okay. I got one on the top. Now I'm going on the bottom. So remember, you gotta hold this so you don't drop it. There, I should be able to tap it out. It's coming. So, right there. Remember, you got your cable. You gotta fish it through the hole. Now, I'm gonna take it and set it right there, and take these screws out. Let's try. That's 17. Okay, so that's a 17 right there. Alright. See if I can set this over here. Maybe not, I just do it with one hand. 17. So these ones are 17. Should be out. Alright, come on. Oh, almost out. Go. So we did all that. remove that for these. Trust me, it's hard working with one hand, so sorry about the movement. Trying to show you exactly here what I'm doing. So when you're doing this, pay attention on that shield, because that's gonna go with the rotor, where the caliper is gonna, on the opposite of the caliper. So the caliper is gonna go here, and that's gonna be right in the front of it. All right, so now let me build it back together with the other one and put it on. Make sure you put some Loctite on all the screw before you put them on. Also, make sure you put some Loctite on all those screws right there, except the caliper. You don't have the caliper to the bracket. You don't have to put Loctite on those, but those I recommend putting Loctite. So you want to make sure they don't get loose. I'm gonna put Loctite on all of them and put them on just like that. Get it in my hand and then get it. For now, it's just gonna be hand tight until I get all of them in. Then I do all of them just like a tire, do them cross. All right, so we got it in. We got all the holes lining up. We got the heat shield, brake dust shield to the front. This is where the caliper is gonna go. Now, should be able to tie this. Oh, this one I gotta turn it the other way. I gotta turn the wheel the other way. Over here. There. Alright. Yeah, so I gotta turn the wheel. Turn the wheel the other way. The bottom one. Now we gotta do it by hand. So remember the bottom one. The bottom one here. This is the one we're gonna use the little extension. This one right here. And remember, we put Loctite on all of them. There you go. Now, I should be able to do the other ones without the extension. That extension is only for the one on the bottom. Do all of them. Before you put your caliper bracket here and the brake caliper, make sure you spin this around. Make sure it's not touching the heat shield here, the brake dust shield. So just spin it around. If it's not rubbing, then you're good. If it's rubbing, then make sure you push this or hit it here with a hammer back in and spin it. If it don't touch, you're good to go. So that's how we look install. Here is the wire that runs around and it goes inside. So this is a plastic here. You can stick your hand through the bottom here and get to it. So let's put the caliper bracket and the caliper back. So now that you have your caliper out, make sure you inspect these sliding pins. They need to slide in and out smooth. So if they dry, make sure you put some grease in it. See, like this one is real tight. Even with the key, I can barely move it. So I'm gonna get that one loose and get it lubricated, so you know when you brake, it'll be nice and smooth. This one is locked, so this one's bad right now. So I'm putting some WD-40 right here, right under the rubber, to make it loose. And then with the 18, I'm gonna play with it. Wow, this one was really locked in there. So to take it out, you take your caliper screw, you stick it in, then you're gonna clamp it, and you're gonna get 18, and you're gonna, at the same time, you're gonna be pulling, and then you're gonna go back and forth with the 18, adding some WD-40 here. And look, this thing was rusted inside. So now we got it out, put some grease in it, slide it back in, back to new. Alright, so after you wipe it down, some rag, get some grease, put it up here, and take it in slowly. This grease, you can put it right behind the seal right here, the rubber. That's where it needs to be storage, inside here. You can stick a little bit there in the hole, no problem. And then push it down. Any leftover, just clean it around. And now it's good. So do the same with this one. Put some grease on it. Stick it back in. Alright, so since the lock nuts are open end, I recommend getting a little bit of grease and putting on the end of each screw in each stud for the wheel. So whenever in the future you decide to take this wheel out, it's gonna come out really easy, and they're not gonna get locked up in there with the water, the weather, you know, depending where you live. But you want those studs to stay lubricated with the lock nut inside. So put it all right there. Nice and smooth. There you go. Put your cover back on. This is a done deal. Good. Now, no more play. Before I didn't show you, but before I took off the wheel, you jack up your car and you move the wheel. If it has play, like a little bit of play, your bearings are bad. Another way you can test it is spinning your wheel. If it's rough, then your bearing is bad. So it need to be nice and smooth. This tire was touching the inside. You hear that? Oh, hold on. These tires are too big. So there you go. It was touching right here, vibrating the whole frame. Alright, so thank you for watching. See you in the next one.